What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So we're going to talk about what didn't happen last night. And this is actually good that it didn't happen. Let's see what transpires today. But this is very frustrating. I get it. Yesterday was very, very promising. I was thinking, just listening to Stephen Mnuchin, listening to Nancy Pelosi, I was thinking, you know what? It looks like we're really close to getting a deal. And I even thought because they were going to meet together, that was the plan, right? According to Stephen Mnuchin, they were going to come out and they were going to talk about the next stimulus package. And by them doing it together, I'm thinking, okay, well, if they're going to do it together, that means that they've reached some type of an agreement, put a video out about it, and nothing, right? Stephen Mnuchin had his plan. He wants to go more closer to the Problem Solvers Caucus plan. And they did not meet in the middle or meet where they needed to meet to get an agreement. So today's the final day. So we're going to talk about that. But first off, if you guys could do me a favor, hit that like button. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. Last video got 5,000 likes after the first few hours, which is great. That video is doing really well. I really appreciate that. So thank you for your support. Also, please, if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell notification. That way you'll get notified. I do daily videos and live streams on the weekends. All right, so let's talk about this. So the good news on this whole situation is that they were planning a vote. The House was planning a vote. House leaders, they said, you know what, we're going to call this to the floor. So we're talking about the Skinny Heroes Act, if you want to call it that. So the revised Heroes Act, they were going to call that to the floor yesterday and vote on it. And they decided not to do that. They decided to give one more day for negotiating. So we'll have to see what happens today with Stephen Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi. They'll be meeting, and I mean it's good in the sense that they are meeting. They did not vote. The House did not vote yesterday, so maybe there's still some room for negotiating. There's still some room that we could possibly see a stimulus package. So we'll have to see where this goes. But it's crazy. I get it. I mean, we just watched a crazy debate 2 days ago. We're now in a situation where it's the 11th hour and people are in the airline industry. They're going to start their layoffs. We just heard about the layoffs with Disney. I mean, we're in a situation right now where things need to happen. And even if you have to come down even further, and I'm talking about Nancy Pelosi, even if you have to come down further, do it for the American people at this point. It's unfortunate that we have the White House and the Republican senators saying that we're not going higher. We're just not going to go higher. That's unfortunate because when it comes down to it, are the American people worth $2 trillion or $2.2 trillion? And especially when it's your money anyway, it's your tax dollars that they're holding from you and not wanting to go up. And who's going to pay it? I mean, we have to look at it this way too. There's not money sitting there. There's not $2.2 trillion sitting there. This is money that's going to have to be paid back. And guess who's going to have to pay it? It's going to be the American people. So you're being tight with the American people's money in essence. Because they're the ones that are going to have to suffer the burden of paying it back. And you have people right now telling you, look, we need something. So it's just unfortunate that you have the bickering back and forth and they don't want to reach a deal. You have the Heroes Act right now. You have that proposal in front of you. And if you want to move on it, you can. It's a matter, we know how much it's going to cost, $2.2 trillion. But at this point, there's still that whole... We don't want to go higher than 1.5 trillion. With Stephen Mnuchin talking yesterday, he was saying he wants it to be more like the Problem Solvers Caucus bill, and that would mean that there'd be a stabilizer in there, so it'd be 1.5 up to 2 trillion. So that's pretty much there. If you need the money, you have it. If you don't need it, then you don't have to spend it. So at this point, I really don't know what to say anymore. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens later on today. And if there's a deal is not reached later on today, then the House is planning on voting on the proposal. Now, that's not good news because if the House votes on this proposal, they're only doing it to try to protect some of these House seats, these close House seats, so they can at least say, you know what, we voted on another stimulus package, but the senators didn't want to move forward. But make no mistake, if the White House cannot come to an agreement with Nancy Pelosi, then nothing is going to happen with this proposal, because it will be voted on in the House, it'll get approved, it will go to the Senate, and the Senate's not going to do anything with it. That's the reality. Okay, so it's just going to be one of those deals where they're just doing it so they can go back to their districts. The House is doing it so they can go back to their districts and say, hey, look what we did, but we can't do anything because the Senate doesn't want to move forward with it. So it'll be just like the old HEROES Act. It's going to be the same situation. So we really need this agreement to happen today. So I want to know what you guys think about this whole thing. I know it's frustrating. Trust me. I mean, and I've been out doing videos every day about this whole topic, and some days are good, some days are bad. Yesterday I thought was a real good, promising day, and that just disappointed everyone. I think we all looked at this and we were like, what is going on? This is you have a proposal in front of you, take that proposal, even if it's $2.2 trillion. You can worry about how to pay it later, but there's an emergency going on right now. I mean, you have all the signs that we need the stimulus. You have the Fed chair saying we need stimulus. You have Stephen Mnuchin himself saying we need stimulus. You have the White House, the president saying we need stimulus. Everyone is saying we need stimulus. So let's get it done. So let's see what happens later today. Let me know down below what you think about all this stuff. I mean, I know, like I said, I know it's frustrating. Please give the video a like and also subscribe if you're new. Talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.